Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll do the fifth lesson of SS Natural Disasters. Nature creates many destructions on the earth. So, what are disasters? Disaster means great events or misfortune causing destruction of life and property. So events, misfortune where life and property take place due to the nature. So we'll do about the natural disasters. Natural disasters are of two types. One, that occur due to the changes in the interior of the earth. Interior means inside the earth. Disaster that takes place because in the interior of the earth. You know, inside the earth, the magma, we learnt in the second lesson, when the earth was a fireball, it cooled down, and in the interior of the earth, magma is still burning, so it creates temperature, high temperature and pressure, and the earth doesn't break because the internal and external pressure of the earth, the lithosphere doesn't crack. But when the interior of the earth, there are changes, we have natural disasters like earthquake, volcano and tsunami. The second type of natural disaster occur due to the changes in the exterior of the earth, that is on the earth's surface, outside on the earth's surface, like floods, cyclone, forest fire, drought, etc. We have such, when the changes on the outside of the earth, exterior of the earth's surface, there are changes, we can have these disasters. Earthquake. Earthquake happens because of the changes in the interior of the earth. What is an earthquake? Sudden shaking or trembling of the earth. Why does the earth shake or tremble? The earth shakes or trembles because the inside pressure, the magma is boiling. We have plates. Those plates, when they shift, they create pressure. So when these happen, we have earthquake, the sudden shaking of the earth. 6,371 kilometers. This is the center of the earth. The 6,371 kilometers, the earth is from the center of the earth, from the surface, the distance is 6,771 kilometers. And when this magma burns and it creates pressure, the magma rises up. So pressure is created. Earthquake is caused by volcanic eruption. When there is too much pressure or inside there is some movements of the volcano, movements in the magma, pressure rising up. So we can have an earthquake. The earth shakes. Strike slip faults. Strike slip faults are when the plates of the earth they move, and we can have an earthquake. And also subduction. Sometimes when the fault, one plate goes above the other and the other plate goes down, so lots of pressure is created, causing an earthquake. The shaking of the earth, it shakes terribly. Now, where does the earthquake occur? The earthquake occurs deep inside where the pressure is maximum. The point where the earthquake occurs inside the earth is known as focus or center. Deep inside it is known as the focus or the center. And the epicenter, exactly the place above on the earth's surface where the earthquake had originated, The point on the surface of the earth where the earthquake is felt is known as the epicenter, the center of the earthquake. The destruction is maximum. The buildings, houses, they collapse. The destruction is maximum on the epicenter. And as the waves move far away, the places which are farther away, the earthquake is less. The destruction is also less. It is felt, you feel the earthquake also less. Now, seismograph is the graph which measures the intensity of the earthquake, with what Richter scale it is felt. Seismograph measures the intensity of the earthquake. When there is an earthquake, we have lots of destruction of life and property. Now, another natural disaster which occurs due to the disturbance in the interior of the earth is the volcano. Volcano, opening in the earth's crust from which molten lava, rock, fragments, gases, etc. flows out. That is a volcano. When the volcano erupts, the internal disturbance is more, pressure is more, the magma rises up, due to the heat, the magma rises up, pressure is created, lots, so it needs a vent to come out. Vent is the hole from which it comes out. So, opening on the earth's surface, from this, the lava is the magma which comes out, along with that comes out rock fragments, gases, and all those, the vapor, ashes, they flow out. Now, in the mountain, when there is a mountain, there is a vent, a circle on the top, and there is a vent down, pipe down. Now, the ashes when they flow out, the lava when it flows out, sometimes it flows out very far, and sometimes they just flow down the mountain. Why? It happens because if the vent is small, and if the vent is small and the mountain and the rocks, the lava is more, then it will shoot up high and then flow far off. But if the vent is big and the material inside, the lava inside is less, then it will just flow down the mountain. But the temperature is very high, smoke comes out of it. Now, volcanoes are of three types: active, dormant, and extinct. Active volcano is one which erupts maybe after a few years. We have an active volcano in India, that is in Andaman Nicobar. It erupted last in 1991 and it has chances to erupt again. Dormant volcano is a sleeping volcano which is sleeping, which is not erupted, but there are signs that it will erupt in near future. So, that is a dormant volcano. And the last is the extinct volcano. As the word extinct says, that volcanoes which are dead, extinct, finished. So, those are extinct. Now, we have the dinosaur, they are extinct, no longer on the earth. So, volcanoes are extinct, means extinct volcano which is dead, which will not erupt again. Now, volcanoes, they cause destruction everywhere. Earthquake, volcano, due to the disturbance, there is lots of destruction everywhere. But they have people living on the mountainous region, volcanic region rather, they have many uses. One of the uses is fertility of the land increases. Now, how can the fertility of the land increase? Because the lava, rocks, when the lava comes out, it has many minerals in it. So, these, due to erosion, when the soil is created, the soil increases, it is very fertile. So, fertility of the soil increases. Because it is very fertile, crop production is very much abundant, plentiful of crop production, good crop production. Potassium rich soil, because it is lava, the potassium content of the soil is very rich, and potassium is very necessary for the growth of plants. So, again we have lots of crops. One more thing which you get on the volcanic region, that is hot water spring. Hot springs. From the ground, hot water will come up. When the water comes out, vapor comes out, it is so hot. The gas, the water which you get in the geyser in the bathroom, so it is hotter than that. Sometimes they are so boiling you can't even touch them. These hot water springs are very useful because they have connection with the magma. So the underground water gets heated and hot water spring comes out. It has germ killing property, and certain skin diseases which cannot be cured with medicine can be cured by these hot water springs. In the volcanic regions, you can get lots of minerals, tungsten, aluminium, lots of zinc, tin, lots of minerals are found. Even diamonds. Diamonds are found in particular type of extinct volcanoes. The vent, the mountain has a vent there where the earth has, volcano has finished, died. So the vent, the hole, the gap from which the magma was coming out, the carbon, it solidifies and forms some diamonds after many years. And the last importance, that is the lapilli. These are the rock fragments which are thrown out, very useful for the earth. Now the third disaster which takes place due to the disturbance in the interior of the earth is the tsunami. Tsunami are high oceanic waves causing displacement of water. Now, waves you can see sometimes the waves are very high. Now, oceans are very deep, oceans and seas are very deep. These oceans, when there is underneath the ocean or the sea, when there is a volcano or there is an earthquake, when earthquake is there, the waves will move like this. So, same way, the entire mass of water will rise up and then fall down. The full mass of water, when it rises up and falls down, it creates huge waves. These waves, the length can be as much as 700 meters to 1600 meters. And when they fall, they go on rising. The waves become higher and higher and they rise up and comes to the coastal region. So tsunami can be caused due to underwater landslide. Under the sea or ocean, when there is a huge landslide or rock falling, the landforms there, mountains, plateaus and plains are also under the sea in the hydrosphere. So in the seas and oceans, when there is a volcano underneath or an earthquake or there is large landslide underneath or the rock falls, so the water gets displacement, water gets moved, full mass of water will rise up and fall, causing tsunami. And when it reaches to the shore, these huge waves can be as high as more than a floor high. You read in the second lesson of English this year. Now, flood, famine, cyclone, forest fire and landslide are caused due to the disturbance that is on the surface of the earth. Floods, we often hear floods happen on the earth's surface. Recently also, many regions were covered under the flood due to the monsoon. So floods are a very common thing. It happens due to heavy rainfall on the upper course of the river, and the rivers get flooded. So it cannot store the water, the water spreads out. Or sometimes the dams which hold the water, the dam breaks, then also there can be a flood. Many rivers in India get flooded. Koshi in Bihar, Damodar, Ganga, many rivers they get flooded. Even Tapi gets flooded. So floods occur. Even recently we had floods. Famine or drought. Famine or drought, when we don't have rainfall or very less rainfall for 2-3 years. So very less rainfall or hardly any rainfall, famine are caused. Because of famine, we don't have sufficient food and water to drink. We generally take out the underground water. Rain is the source of storing underground water. We always pump out water and use it for us. And if there are no rains for a few years or less, scanty, less rainfall, then also the underground water is insufficient. The ground cracks, farmers cannot irrigate the land, and so for 2-3 years if there is no rain, we have famine. Famine, the only cure for famine, the best cure for famine is growing trees. The more trees you grow, trees attract the rain. So we can rejuvenate the underground water. There are many more, building dams, building check dams, storing them. Now even we have process of storing rainwater so that we can utilize the water less and not take the underground water. Next is cyclone. Before the monsoon we had cyclone, the Amphan cyclone in West Bengal, mainly in Kolkata, and the Nisarg cyclone in Maharashtra. So cyclone, strong winds, very strong winds, they come with heavy rainfall. Cyclones at different places are known differently. It is known as storm, hurricane, typhoon or tornado in different countries. So generally we call it as cyclone, whirlwinds. Storm, hurricane, typhoon and tornado in different places. Cyclone also cause destruction. Lots of destruction, houses, trees are uprooted, houses fall down. Even the sheds, when the Nisarg and the Amphan was there, the regions they were experiencing Nisarg cyclone or Amphan, you saw the sheds flying away and heavy rainfall was there. Next we have the forest fire. Forest fire. The forest, which is called the lungs of the city, they start getting burnt. Now how can a forest burn? It can be due to the carelessness of the man, or it can be due to the friction of the trees. Before the monsoon, summertime it is dry, the trees are dry. When there is a friction, you have seen two stones in olden days, first they started lighting fire. How? White stones were there which they rubbed against each other and created the spark. Same way, when the trees, they brush against each other, creating spark, it causes a forest fire. Or it can be due to human negligence also. Landslide. Landslide. Landslide, as the word implies, land when it slides down. When a part of huge landmass, when it slides down, it causes landslide. Landslide can be caused due to heavy rainfall or due to an earthquake, or even landslide can be caused due to cloud bursts. Konkan Railway, every year there are landslides on the Konkan Railway and the railways gets closed. The heavy rainfall we have in the northern region of India, and say Ladakh, then Uttarakhand, Kashmir, sometimes there are landslides there. The roads are blocked, the roads are washed away due to landslides. And also it can be due to cloudburst. Cloudburst is when all of a sudden excess water is collected in the cloud and it bursts in a particular region, on the mountainous region. Even the mountainous region can get washed off. So landslide can be due to an earthquake, rainfall or cloudburst. So flood, famine, cyclone, forest fire and landslide occur due to the disturbances on the exterior of the earth. Volcano, tsunami and earthquake occur due to the internal disturbances. All these natural disasters, they create destruction of life and property. Now, one use of the volcano is hot springs. We have hot spring even in Gujarat, the Tulsi or Unai hot spring. You can go and visit and find out some more hot springs which are there in India or nearby in Gujarat. So with this we conclude the lesson. Thank you.